You know, Morty, it's not every day that you find out that life's meaningless, but today I truly found out life is meaningless. You know why that was?
Why, Rick?
I was reminded that you exist.
Oh, that's really mean, Rick.
That is mean.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, Morty. You're a pathetic little piece of shit, and it pisses me off.
Why do I even help you with your science experiments? You're a jerk.
Because, Morty, honestly, we have 23 minutes to kill. That's the only reason why, Morty.
Fair enough.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We're back doing the Rick and Morty's. We're going to try and finish up Season 2 today. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what Micah thinks of these last two episodes.
Oh, dear.
We're not going to do them all in the same one. But
This is one of my favorites, like probably top 5.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yikes.
And, oh yeah, he says yikes as he's been reminded of previous ones. But the one that I'll never forget, making you laugh, was the one with the giant floating heads. And they were just like, show me what you've got. And then there's that one guy who's floating away in the blue. He's like, hurry up. You can still reach me.
You can reach me if you try.
Please.
That guy cracks me up so hard. Please help. You can reach me if you try.
Please. Please go. Yeah. So, we're back doing the Rick and Morty's, and we're on the episode, Season 2, Episode 9, Look Who's Purging Now. So, I think you can guess what one of the main motifs of this episode is going to be.
Guess there's going to be a purge.
Oh, God. I've seen all the Purge films, and you know what? The worst thing I'd do, man, is I'd probably just do the drugs that, honestly, I can't do under regular common law nowadays, and just chill with my friends. And just be like, yo, man, check it out. Hey, you want to hit some of this weed? It's good, and it's legal tonight. That's what I'd do.
I think I would probably be a bandit if.
Oh, and I'd also steal some shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
I'd
about
also steal some shit from people who I know have stolen from me.
I would. Well, for one thing, I would vandalize the shit out of people's stuff that I don't like. But for another thing, I would definitely be raiding Best Buy and shit and being like, "Ooh, I'll take one of these and one of these and one of these."
You do know that they'll probably have insurance policies on all that shit and people there with guns to protect their investment, right?
True, but that's why you got to get good at it.
I just install a pool without a permit or something, or run electricity to my outbuilding without a permit.
Hey.
I know what you could do. You could literally walk up to the IRS building.
Well, see,
hold up your W-2, get a lighter, and literally light it on fire in front of it, and just be like, "Come get me."
But see, in the purge, anything at the federal level is specifically.
No, you're not allowed to go
yeah.
after federal targets. You're not allowed to go after judges or politicians.
So I couldn't just killdozer the IRS headquarters, or could I?
Who knows, man? I mean, I remember the third Purge movie. They removed a lot of the rules on politicians and stuff like that. So
specifically because they wanted to assassinate the one that was gonna,
change everything. Yeah, but for you, I could say in that one, I think that'd probably be your best opportunity because it's federal targets are now available, and you're like, my time has come.
I mean, honestly, though, federal targets are always a target if you're not a wuss. I mean,
you're not wrong. You are not wrong. So,
some would call people who attempt to assassinate federal employees insane. Micah just calls those who don't wusses.
There you go.
Well, I call them other things, but this is a family show, so.
Is it?
It is.
I didn't know that.
But it rhymes with witch.
Somebody probably should have gave me the memo on that.
Well, we have gotten warnings over it. I've told you about that.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, really? From who?
But you didn't specifically say, so stop doing
really?
it, so I didn't.
Well, I'm not saying stop doing it. I'm just saying we got a warning. So if we get demonetized on some of our videos because of said language.
Because I said witch?
No, because you said federal government.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. And now we're on the IRS. Now we're on the IRS's watch list. Hi, IRS. Guess what? We're still here. Mm-hmm. We're still alive. Still making videos. He's still alive too, and he's coming for you.
Oh, they know.
And he's coming
for
you.
They know.
Have you written several strongly worded letters?
No, they're actually much more relieved because the ATF is higher on my list than they are right now. They're
true.
They're gonna get the latex horse mask, oiled up Speedo, bump stock strap on, frontal assault.
Jesus, Micah. I don't want to imagine that.
It may not be a full frontal assault. I might flank him. I don't know.
Hey, as long as you
it's
win,
gonna be
right?
wild.
As long as you win, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna win anything. It's gonna be pretty rad, and it's gonna be on the news, and I got a lot of people waiting.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we have this episode of Rick and Morty to get to. Let's get it on screen. Let's see what happens. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I know what this is. You've been able to sustain world peace because you have one night a year where you all run around robbing and murdering each other without consequence.
That's right.
What? It's like The Purge, Morty. That movie, The Purge.
Oh, have you been here before?
No, but I've been to a few planets with the same gimmick. You know, sometimes it's called the cleansing or the red time. There was this one world that called it just Murder Night. It's a purge planet. They're peaceful, and then, they just purge.
That's horrible.
Yeah. You want to check it out?
Oh, good shit, man. Good shit.
Oh, and why don't you have some candy bars as well?
Oh, no way. That's really nice of you.
I'm a nice guy. For now.
Yeah. Hey, have a good festival, old-timer.
I intend to.
Rick, unlock it! Just a second, Morty. Oh, look at that sunset.
God dang it, open the door!
There we go, much better. If there's a video online with someone getting decapitated, you don't click on it?
No! Why would I do that? You do that?
I don't, because it would bore me. I see like that for breakfast, Morty. But if you don't do it, I say it's because you're afraid of your own primal instincts.
This is my grandpa. We're tourists.
Not anymore. Oh my God, this is awesome. Morty, this is really cool. You want to help me out here and kill some people? It's fun. We're totally justified because we're saving a little girl.
Your vehicle. Is it from the gods?
Yes.
No, yes.
So,
What you doing? Watching some TV? Playing on your phone?
Is that a real question?
Making conversation?
Are you? What part of that gives me anything to work with? My choice is to say nothing, be sarcastic, or bark yes like a trained animal. It's not a conversation. You're holding me verbally hostage.
Okay, ass face, I'll go in the kitchen.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
What you doing? Going into the kitchen?
Okay.
Yeah, you like that?
Screw you.
She's got a little bit of a point, but at the same time, she hasn't got to be such a cunt about it.
masks?
An Amish bitch shot me. She tried to purge me, Morty. You let your wiener do the walking and now I'm dead.
Rick, she took the car. We come in peace.
Oh my God. There's more where that came from. You want to get purged? You bring it. Drop your shit. Drop it all. Morty, go get their shit. Hurry up. I only had one of those things I threw. I'm holding a box of Tic Tacs right now.
That works. It's a good bluff.
On the shelf above my workbench in the garage, there's a red box with a keypad on it. You're going to take that box outside, and you're going to type the number I just gave you into the keypad. Got it?
Got it.
Is it just part of growing up to hate your dad?
I'm ignoring you.
Morty, if I can get to the top
No,
of
it's
that
just you're
lighthouse,
such a
I can send
dingus,
the beacon
man. I
and your
mean,
sister can launch
jeez
our package.
Louise.
Just remember, if there's people in there and they try
Look,
to purge us,
He's
I'm all
Lord
for-
Dingus of the Dingus Empire.
Well,
All right? Will you stop
if
it?
I had,
if we're
like,
gonna survive tonight, you're gonna need to harness your repressed
I love,
rage.
like,
Spoken like a person
dads
with
who are
repressed
there
rage.
are one thing. I'm all for that. But a dad who deliberately goes out of his way to be such a
Take no
friggin'
part in the festival. Fade in. Exterior. Unnamed city.
Oh,
Day.
God, a
The hustle
script.
and bustle is a symphony of progress. We pan past
Yes.
windows, each of which contain a different story. To find J.C. Lakeham's 28, hot but doesn't know it. J.C. stops when her high heel gets caught in the grating of a sewer. Suddenly, a man steps in the frame and points a gun at her. This is not her day.
Grandpa and Morty are in danger. You're unemployed and you're bored. They're a higher priority.
Stop saying I'm unemployed.
Okay. 7719.
now somehow change the fact that you aren't.
I thought she was supposed to go outside.
Good Lord, now what?
She was.
Look, I'm your father, and I love you, is all I'm saying. I'll leave it at that.
Fine, Dad.
Okay.
Oh, he might have said to take it outside.
He did.
Come on,
Right
Summer.
on.
How hard is it to type some numbers into a box?
I've never been much for wanting. Blaine, spoken like someone with needs.
Oh, jeez. Sorry. Keep going.
Chasey reaches out and touches his face. It's clear he needs what she wants. She's a woman. He's a man. The city burns in the background as he takes her in his arms. Fade out. Title. The end.
Oh,
Question
thank
mark.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good job. Good job.
You liked it?
Of course I
You
did.
didn't laugh at the scene in the bar.
I thought it was funny, but I wanted to hear the rest.
Do you have any thoughts? Notes?
No, I just enjoyed it. That's my note, you know? Please write more.
Seems a little insincere.
What? No.
You don't have to mollycoddle me. I want to improve my writing. Tell me your real thoughts.
All right, well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, you know, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested.
Get out.
What?
No, I'm sick of this. You bang on my door, you beg me to help you, I share something personal with you, and you take a giant shit on it.
Hey, man, we asked if we could put up a beacon.
Well, you can't.
I know a guy who is exactly like that. He says, "Oh, I'm all about creative criticism." The very moment you criticize him, he's just like, "Fuck you."
How dare you?
Like I actually sat down with him and gave him constructive criticism because he idolizes David Mamet. David Mamet's a good screenwriter, but you have to.
Your microphone's not in front
I
of your
know,
face.
I know. I'm being loud enough to where they can still hear me. I'm
Okay.
I get the feeling I'm gonna get loud on this.
Oh, okay.
So I've dealt with someone who's like that, and he shared a story with me, and I thought it was pretty good. My problem is that it had too many things that David Mamet does in terms of the dialogue. It's the overly repetitive but witty dialogue that Aaron Sorkin sometimes has in his stuff, like the Social Network and stuff like that. And I told him that. I said, I feel like the dialogue is a little bit repetitive, but maybe it'll translate better to whenever it's put on film. And he's just like, you know, dude, go fuck yourself. And I'm like, what? Like, dude, you told me to be honest. He's like, no, I asked you for constructive criticism, and you just give me that crap? What the hell? And I'm like, it's constructive criticism. I wasn't saying it was terrible. It's just maybe my mind's eye isn't seeing it the same as yours. Because if you're seeing it on film taking place that way, me, as a person who's hearing this for the first time, I have no idea what you're going for. And he didn't understand that. And he pretty much just told me to F off. And I'm like, He moved to Philadelphia and is now a struggling writer and wonders why nobody likes him.
That's what happens.
Here's looking at you, Joe.
He dragged it out of me.
I'm taking down this beat.
No, stop. That's not fair. Just because you hate your own writing doesn't make me a bad person. You like that?
Whoa.
You want me to cut to 3 weeks earlier?
Morty just purged somebody.
Whoa, Morty. You just
Wow.
purged.
You want me to cut to 3 weeks earlier when you were still alive?
Well, terrific.
I like that. It's a good line.
Dad, what's going on? What's the deal here?
Morty, time to purge.
Here it comes.
Holy crap.
Jeez. Wow, Morty, now you're getting into it. Never expected that out of you. All right, let's go find my ship.
Poor guy from the general store, though.
Yep.
Hey, Morty, there it is, down there, my ship. It looks to me like the... Morty?
Suck my... Eat this!
Ooh, boy, you're really going for it over there, huh? I think those people were just hiding.
I don't give a...
Okay, Morty, now you're just shooting corpses.
How do you like this?
Okay, buddy. All right, that's good. Good job. Time to go home.
He's so angry.
That Rick! We gotta kill her! Kill her!
Whoa.
Kill her!
Jeez, Morty, purge it down a little.
Purge! Don't purge! You're sending me mixed messages, Rick!
Morty, you're acting like a frickin' lunatic. Calm down.
Screw you, Rick! I'll purge you too, you old rickety piece of crap! Rip your guts out and smear them all over your face! I ain't taking no shit!
Okay, sorry about that. Now, where are these rich people? Jeez.
You want to get in on this, Rick?
No, honestly, I've had my fill. It's gratuitous at this point.
Sure you don't want to join in? This is really amazing.
Yeah, but all right.
Yeah.
Listen, if you wanted to try to get a piece, you better hurry up. Now's your last chance.
Hey,
Oh,
Earthrisha.
shit.
Maybe I could.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
I'm not trying.
Sorry. Well, that was interesting. Sorry about that.
I was gonna try to make editing notes on my phone, but I can't find my.
You can't find your notepad?
No.
That's okay.
Who's gonna keep track of who gets how much food for how much work? Hello, I can do that. I'll keep track of everyone's food. You know, in exchange for food. That's not a real job. Oh, and making food is.
It is.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, great.
Cool it now. Take it easy. There's too much aggression here. What if we designate a period in time during which we can all get this hate, murder, and rage out of our system?
And thus the process restarts.
Rick, I guess you were right. I've got a lot of repressed stuff I need to deal with.
Don't worry about it, Morty. Remember those candy bars earlier that we got in the first act?
Yeah, what about them?
Turns out they have a chemical in them called pergenol that amplifies all your violent tendencies.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Thank goodness for that, huh? That's a relief.
Yep, don't even sweat. You're still the same old Morty. Your character's totally protected.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So
Now
that,
personal free.
oh, God. That's, yeah. Morty's got some shit to deal with, man.
Pretty much.
I think that could be said about everyone in this show.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang Perginol.
Jerry, what is Taddy Mason LLC and why is our phone bill $700?
Hey, are you bored? Lonely? Just looking for a friend? Call me, Taddy Mason. It's only $1.99 a minute to talk. Sign up today, and I'll even call you on a regular basis. Just $1.99 a minute. That's a steal, because I'm a great pal. We can talk about
350 minutes talking to Taddy Nate? Jesus,
Jerry,
man.
get a job.
Yes.
Please, Jerry, get a job.
Please, Jerry. Okay, so...
Yikes. Yikes.
Okay, there was actually... Okay,
Like I said, fantastic episode.
yeah. There was actually an internet bill we got one time that was actually... It was $40 more than our normal bill. And Mom found out what it was for. Turns out our computer actually accessed a quote-unquote chat room. And nobody admitted to who did it. So, of all the people who came over to the house, or one of my family members who apparently was unaware, it cost you, I think, $1 a minute that you were on there. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I keep thinking back to that. I'm like, who the hell? What? Because that's probably the biggest whodunits in my entire life. Just like, who did that?
So it was a sexy chat room?
Apparently. My mom didn't divulge the full details of it, but apparently it was an adult chat room.
Wait, so how do they charge you if they don't have, like, any kind of credit card information?
Because they can actually charge your internet company. Back in the day, they could actually charge your internet company for access to a private line. It's a lot like how they're doing, or ever since they signed out the, like they have internet fast lanes nowadays, or they're trying to implement those in more. That's how it was back then. It was a private line for you to get in, but it cost your internet service provider $1 a minute to be on there. So, therefore, they could trace the IP address to your house, and thus they would charge you the extra $40 for it having access to that private line for 40 minutes.
That's why you just don't talk to people.
I mean, honestly, they have chat roulette, which I'm just joking. That's not what that's used for. Honestly, I just keep thinking back to that, and I'm just like, who did it? And what were they discussing, or did they discuss anything? It's weird.
I would say they weren't discussing a whole lot. They were probably
Don't
doing something else.
Don't, Nick. I don't want to think about that.
You know it's true though.
Shut up. God, dude. You gotta ruin everything.
I don't know how it wasn't already ruined.
I mean, everybody's under the assumption it was a sexy chat room.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I was under the assumption too, but honestly, I don't know. My mom just said it was an adult chat room. That's all it said. That's all she said. I'll have to ask her about. Actually, no, I don't want to ask her about it because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It might drum up old memories, and my mom's just like.
She might be like, "Oh yeah, I found out exactly who did it too, and it was this person, and they admitted to it, and then you'll have to picture them doing stuff."
No. I got to think about my friends at that time. Actually, now that you think about it, my friends at that time probably would have done something messed up like that.
Yeah.
Because I did have a lot of sleepovers.
They might have just done it half as a prank though too.
Maybe that's a messed up prank, dude.
Yeah.
$40 extra a month. That's like one PlayStation 2 game.
True.
One PlayStation 2 game that I could have haggled my mom for, but no. Instead, it goes to an adult chat room. Hope it was worth it, whoever it was. God. But I'm glad our society doesn't have a purge. And there's been multiple theories saying that the purge would not work. A lot of people have said the purge would not work. Because
well, I mean, that was kind of the central tenet of the movies, is that it wasn't working the way the politicians wanted it. So they had like government hit squads in the streets, like I mean,
just taking people out. Yeah,
like those like big semis they outfitted just for the purge with like, I mean.
So the thing is, there would be a lot of people that probably would not ever actually kill somebody that would go ahead and do it just because it's not illegal. And then there would be a lot of people who definitely wouldn't do it. And then the rest of them are just people that are going to do it anyways. So, like, and then like most of those people are probably psychotic enough that.
Well, yeah, the criminally insane are already doing it. Like, they're not just going to stop. I mean,
yeah,
like they do it anyway.
But yeah,
or they just become politicians.
Now, like if you were to do something like one day a year, you have a legal fight club where people are allowed to get in the ring and fist fight with each other. That could help people get rage and aggression out. I would feel like without actually killing.
I mean,
each
is
other.
that what the UFC is kind of? Like?
Yeah, but you have to be really good to do that.
Oh, okay.
The bare knuckle fight league, that's a real thing, and some of those guys are scary. I mean, Artem Lobov and Chris Lieben, Jesus, I thought they were scary in the UFC. Those guys have chins of granite. You can't hurt them. It's like Artem just stands there. He's just like, pow, pow. And he's just like, do you want more? Come on. Come on. Give me more shot. More shot. The only way he's lost a fight is by submission or by decision. He's never been knocked out. But whenever you take the rules of, like, you take them down on the ground and submit them versus, like, pure bare-knuckle boxing, like, he's one of the best in the world. He's one of those old-school, tough Russian dudes. I'd like to actually see him fight a bare-knuckle fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov, because Khabib's never been knocked. Khabib's never lost. It's just. His chin's been tested and he's been rocked a few times. I've never seen Artem get rocked once. I mean, he's just that tough. I mean, dude, you know those people who are like, when you shake their hand, like their muscle density just feels different. You can tell that they have like caveman DNA and their skulls are like twice as thick as normal, and they get like naturally huge muscle mass, and you're just like, wow, this guy is scary. And given aggression, he would mess up the majority of the guys in the room. Vast majority. Because a lot of those guys are just tough guys wanting to get in there and throw a few punches. You know, they want to hit somebody. Versus people who get in there and are just monsters and can't really be hurt. I ran into some people like that. There's one kid, I swear, he never stopped moving forward, even when I was like punching it. Like a lot of people, like, I felt like I won the fight, but I'd never seen anybody like grit down and just like keep coming forward at me and just like keep trying. I mean, you just got guys like that who just have no quit in them. I mean, I'd have quit just out of exhaustion if the fight wouldn't have been broken up, but God. People like that scare me. I'm afraid I'll come along. If there was a purge situation, I would avoid those people entirely. because all they'd have to do is get like a machete and go Jason Voorhees on my ass, and that's that.
There's a purge type situation where we're pretty much fucked because anybody who doesn't have a lot of money to put like the blast shields on their house and stuff is pretty much fucked.
Well, we can get some wood and some or maybe some sheet steel to sort of help keep people out. And plus, I've got guns. I can.
It depends on how big of a group of people decides to come after your house, you know.
Yeah, and then of course there's also the people you invite into your house, like friends, family members, and all that. They say one of them looks at the other and says, I've always had that motherfucker. Pow. Because that's what happened in the second Purge movie. Because killed her own sister because she thought her sister and her husband were having an affair. Turns out they were, but still, I mean, it's messed up. Killing your own family member. But there's a family member of mine who I'd gladly purge. I think anyone sane would want him purged, just because of how big of a dick he is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, Rick and Morty. Yeah, that's what we were watching, right? Rick and Morty. Yeah, here we are sitting here talking about purge situations.
Look who's purging now.
To the episode.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, tied it back in somehow. Haphazardly, but I still did it somehow.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, look who's purging now. From Rick and Morty. This was season 2, episode 9, and we're gonna get into the next bit, and we hope that we will see you all there. So until next time, signing off. I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.